Pure Mathematics, Year 2, Edexcel course, Chapter 2, Functions and Graphs, Mixed Exercise, Question 14. f of x is x over x minus 2, g of x is 3 over x with their various domains. First things first, find f of minus 1. Okay, so if we have y equals x over x minus 2, we can end up with x minus 2y equals x, giving us minus 2y equals x minus yx. Multiplying across, multiplying out the bracket, moving the x terms together. Okay, factorize out the x terms to give you 1 minus y, minus 2y here, and then divide by that. Gives you 1 minus y equals x. So we can say that f of minus 1 x is equal to minus 2y, change it back to x's at this point, minus 2x over 1 minus x. And then they want us to say what is the domain, not the domain, the range, so the y values. What does this look like as you put in big x's and small x's, and what does it generally all look like? If you've got a calculator, you can of course draw it. If you don't, I would suggest putting in some various things. So first things first, x equals 0 will give an f of, let's just rewrite that in a better way. So if we did f of minus 1 of 0, we would get 0 on top. 0 divided by 1 is 0. Okay, now what happens if we do something like just either side of it, having a little look and seeing what we get? Let's do f of minus 1 of minus 10. Okay, just have a little look. So minus 10 on into this would give us 20, positive 20 on the top, over 1 minus over 21. 20 over 21 is very close to 1, isn't it? 0.95. And if you continued with, oh, why is that minus 20? No, that should have been 1 plus 10. So that would have been an 11. My apologies. So 20 divided by 11 is 1.81. Okay, so we've gone from 0 to 1.81. And what about if we had done something like f of minus 1 to minus 100? Okay, we would have had a positive 200 on top, and we would have had 101 on the bottom. So 200 divided by 101 is 1.98. It's sort of getting to that 2. Where were we if we were thinking about this really quite close? Let's say minus 0.5. Okay, so that would give us 1 on top, and 1 plus would give us 1.5 on the bottom. So 1 divided by 1.5, of course, is 0.6. So just looking at that as a graph there, okay, we would end up with it went through 0, and then when it was minus a half, it was at about 0.6. 0.6, and then it rose at 10 to like about 1.8. So from there, there. So it was coming down there like this. So it would appear to be coming, and it hits the 0, doesn't it? Okay, so what's it doing out this way? Is it coming like this, or does it do something weird? So let's have a quick look at some values now to the other side of that graph. So if we did f of -1 of 0.5, we would get -1 on top, and 1 minus 0.5, which is 0.5, which gives us -2. Okay, then let's do f of -1 of 10 to see where that's coming in. So -20 on top, and 1 minus 10 is 9, and 20 divided by 9, of course, is 2.2. And then let's look at f of -1 to 100, and so again we get -200 on top, and we get 1 minus 100, so that's -99. So 200 divided by 99, minus in there, wasn't it, because it's -9 minus 9, 2.20. So this looks like where it's coming here, this -2. So as it comes down here, it keeps on flying in through here, and it's coming out at that sort of -2 line here. But it's gone past it, hasn't it? Has it dipped down and ducked under? I wonder. So what are we getting out of all of this? It's doing something weird. What does the original graph look like? The original graph is something like that. That's what f of x looks like. And of course, if we mirror that image for a -1, and when we do that, f of x doesn't equal 2. There's no 2 value. So when we do the rotation of this again and find f of -1, we again end up here, something like that, coming through the 0, and something like this. But that 2 has been flipped onto here because the whole graph is rotated. So the range of this, so the f of -1x range is that it's an element. It's an element of the real numbers, but x doesn't exist for 2. Okay. So yes, what's that? The function doesn't exist. Okay. So literally the same as what we started with, but moved across for the function of -1x. Okay, right. G of f 1.5. G is 3 over x. So 3 over. So G of, seem to have lost the ability to draw. So G of x of 1.5 would equal 3 over, what was f of x again? F of x was x over x minus 2. X over x minus 2. So we have x over x minus 2. And into that we're going to be putting 3 over 1.5. 1.5 minus 2. So what do we have there? We've got 1.5 minus 2. That gives us minus 0.5. So we end up with 3 over 1.5 over minus 0.5. That gives us 3 over minus 3, which is minus 1. Okay, last bit on this question then. What do we have? Got on the question already. G of x equals f of x plus 4. So we've got g of x equals f of x plus 4. So we've got 3 over x equals x over x minus 2 plus 4. Got those equations right? Oh, x minus 2. Yep. Okay. Solve for x. I think we'll multiply both sides. So we end up with 3x minus 6 multiplying x minus 2. Multiplying this way, we end up with x squared plus 4x. I should have multiplied the 4x minus 8, and then that still needs to be multiplied by the x. When I multiply by the x minus 2, multiply both sides by x minus 2. Okay, almost fell into a trap there. Okay, x squared, what is it? Plus 4x squared minus 8x. Okay, what do we have now? 5x squared minus 8, 9, 10, 11, 11x plus 6 equals 0. So x equals, putting this into the calculator, what's that? 5 minus 11 and 6. So x equals 6 over 5 and x equals 1. There we go. Yes, so remember when you multiply out with the fraction, multiply that side, but don't forget to multiply any other terms as well. Okay.